Good evening everybody and welcome back. Welcome to the WTRC GT-R Europe Tour, and we're on round 2. Well, the guys have just done some practice, 30-minute practice, and it's time we start the qualification for this round. As we all can see, we have 11 guys on the grid. Some guys are not in. We do not know at the moment why they are not here, but it's racing time. It's Friday evening and the World Tour Racing Club is ready for this next round. So let's start a 20-minute qualification. There we go. And let's see who is leaving pit lane first. So I think they're all gonna do it. Waterskin is out. Eriko Playborst is out. Boki 206ZG is out. HGB 1973 is out, and TSG Kevin and following behind. We have Morris Garage 66 also on the grid. TSG Dankert making his way out of pit lane. And we have was that a pit bug for Kawayo? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, we need to restart. Let me just exit here and see if everybody... We have 2 pit bugs, so... See if everybody steps out nicely. There we go. Everybody step out. Well, our apologies for who's watching the stream. PS4 network problems, we cannot handle that. We cannot change anything to it, so we are having a restart. So we're letting everybody step out and step back in, and let's see how it goes now. It hasn't. The problem now is that everybody has to literally step. Oh. Oh, okay, there we go. See if we have everybody here. We almost have everybody here. So everybody on track. Everyone on track. We're first gonna give the guys the chance to exit pit lane. We still have a few guys who are in pit lane. There you go, THG Dankert coming out. THG is 0 or 0. THG Waterskin is out. Okay, let's start. See, Kevin is in. Okay, let's go. This is the second restart that we do. Let's hope that everybody can come out, and I already see some guys, I think, being stuck in. And again we have one pit bug. Okay. Well, we thought the network was doing good. It looks like it's not. So, we'll have to wait again till everybody steps out. Then I can change the settings, and we are changing the room to 15 minutes of practice. That is gonna count as the guys their qualification, and then we can go ahead. I'm still waiting on Boki 2006 6G to step out. There you go. Alright. Okay. Edit the events. And we're gonna practice and do an endurance race. There we go. Practice endurance race, and we don't have qualification. We're gonna start. I'm gonna look. We're gonna start in 2 minutes for 15 minutes of practice. That will count as the guys their qualification. So 2 minutes, and I'm gonna put up the message for the guys. Until practice, 15 minutes. My apologies. Just mentioning for the guys that practice is your We're now gonna wait until the clock above, and there we go, we are off. Well, that's unfortunate for the delay that we now have because of twice pit bugs, but we're off for a practice qualification of 15 minutes for round 2 of the GT-R Europe Tour round 2. Welcome everybody to Germany. We're at the Nürburgring GP track, where the guys are gonna go have a run of 2 hours straight endurance, all in the Nissan GT-Rs. The guys are allowed to tune the cars. Max BHP is set in the rules, and also the weight of the cars, so they are not allowed to change any of that, but tuning, they can do whatever they want. And let's start having a look onto the track. We're waiting for the first laps to come in, and it's TSG Kevin with a 154.3. And then we have Boki 2006 HG following behind him. At the moment it's TSG Muller. Caballo in 4th place. In 5th place we have Morris Garage. In 6th we have TSG Waterskin, followed by DC Gaming 92. Then we have TSG Dankert, and close behind TSG Dankert is Enrico Playborst. TSG TS040 hasn't set a time yet, so we'll have to wait on that. And in the same for SGB 1973. and we're going for a moment back on to the top, and we still have TSG Kevin leading the way, but we see TSG Muller following really close behind. For people that just log into the stream, good evening everybody. For those who are already in, also good evening. I'm sorry about the hectic start, but we're rolling. My name is Tom. I'm doing the commentary, and I'm also the race director and also the CEO of the World Tour Racing Club. And we have the guys coming in, changing quickly, fresh tires onto it. Because they have now 15 minutes of practice, but that practice will count as a qualification. We did start it twice with normal qualification in the game, but we had some pit bugs, so that delayed everything until now. But and we have HKRT Cullinan has just joined the room, so if he goes quickly on track and he sets a lap time, then he will be in. We are missing today 3 guys on the grid, unfortunately. TSG Bodie, he is excused for this race. I'm just gonna have a watch a moment, HKRT Cullinan. Maybe he has a little issue. If not, it is not allowed to camp around on track because of the flags. That disturbs the other drivers. And he's off again. Let's go over the times. We have TSG Kevin 77 in P1 at the moment, followed by Boki 206 HG, really close behind Kevin. Then we have TSG Muller following in 3rd place. We have TSG TS040 in 4th place, followed in 5th place by Caballo. In 6th place SGB 1973. In 7 we have Morris Garage 66. In 8 Enrico Playborst. In 9 DC Gaming 92. In 10 we have TSG Waterskin. Following in 11th place TSG Dankert, and in 12th we have HKRT Cullinan, but Cullinan hasn't set a time yet on track, so he might move up, and we're going back to the front. Let's see if Boki 2006 can get closer to pole position. At the moment, TSG Kevin, or does Muller have a trick up his sleeve? Muller on fresh rubber going out. Let's have a look at the live timings for now. As we see, TSG Kevin, the fastest lap of a 154.1. In second place we have Boki with the best lap of a 154.5. Those two are really close. And in P3 at the moment we have TSG Muller with a 155.0, and we see that TSG Kevin is improving his times. Let's see if he can go under that 154. Last sector. Also Boki in his last sector. And there you go. TSG Kevin just set a 153.8. We are still waiting at the moment of the timing of HKRT Cullinan. We expect him to move up a bit, not stay there in 12. Let's see what Cullinan sets. Last corner onto the straight, and let's see what he sets as a time. His previous lap was an out lap, I think. That's why he doesn't set a time when he crossed the line. This one will be his lap to set a time. We'll be right back to him. In 11th place we have DC Gaming. Very, very close behind TSG Dankert. TSG Waterskin making TSG Dankert making room. Thank you, Dankert. Just gonna have a look at the time. We have a time now. 3 minutes left. We have 3 minutes left. Of practice qualification time. Cullinan coming across the line. With a 157.0, that gives him a 10th place at the moment. Very close behind THG Waterskin. So still in pole position at the moment is TSG Kevin 77 with a best lap of a 153.8. With Boki following him behind with a 153.9. That's really close to each other. In P3 has moved up Kawayo, and TSG Muller has dropped just one position to P4, followed by TSG TS 040. Going back to the timing, so I can give you guys 1 minute left. Morris with a best lap time of a 155.3. That's giving him a 7th position on the grid. We are doing a rolling start. That's the most safest way for everybody. The first round it was a grid start at Spa, and the guys did phenomenal in turn 1. There were no incidents at all. But just for safety reasons for everybody, the championship is just a rolling start. So let's prepare ourselves. I think we have about 30 seconds left before race start. TSG Kevin has finished his lap. Let's see where Boki is also just filling up the gap. The guys did about 10 laps. Kawayo having a little issue there, thinking well, as you can see now on the stream, whoever is watching, we all have very clean drivers in here. They give, if you're on a fast lap, then they will give you the space to do your lap. If they go off, they double check before they come back on track, and so on and so on and so on. Well, there you go. The time's set. Guys have done the past 15 minutes what they could do. Pushed it to the limit. It's time to start the race. And we are counting down until the lights go out. And we're coming down the straights. 2, 1. Lights out, and we are rolling for round 2 of the GT-R Europe Tour Championship. And we have TAG leading everybody into the first corner. Followed by Boki. Caballo right behind. Everybody getting through. 4th place, THG TSO already getting close, pushing, trying to get through to that P3. Going to the back, we have Muller in 5th place, Morris in 6 on lap 1, 7 Cullinan, 8 Enrico Playborst, THG Waterskin, DC Gaming, and 11th place TSG Dankert, and 12 SGB 1973, and I think he had an issue on lap 1. We missed that, so we will be able to see that in replay. I don't know what he is doing. SGB 1973, if you're following the stream, please move out of the way immediately. My excuse for commentary just falling down just for a moment. That was a little issue with SGB. He has stepped out of the lobby. I will hear afterwards what was going on, and if needed, watch the replay. We're on lap 2, and TSG Kevin is leading the way with a 1.5 seconds towards Boki 206 SG. In 3rd place we have TSG TSO 4 0, who got past Caballo. Then in 5th place we have Morris Garage in 6, Cullinan 7, Enrico Playborst, Waterskin in 8, DC Gaming 92 in 9. In 10 we have Dankert, close to DC Gaming. And in 11th place we have TSG Muller. We have missed that also. He might have had an issue or something. We will hear afterwards about it. And we're back at the front with TSG Kevin, trying to pull a gap. We are just about 5 minutes into the race, so we have an hour and 55 minutes of racing left, so lots can happen. The fastest lap at the moment is for TSG Kevin, a 1:53.9, with Boki following in 2 seconds behind them. Now all these guys, they know the race is not won on 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 laps. These guys have 2 hours to go. So they know they need to settle down, get comfortable, stay on pace, and follow their strategies. It's the same for the World Tour Endurance Championship that we organize. Those races are 3 hours straight. So saving energy, staying focused. Going a bit to the back now. We have some fighting going on. Eric and Cullinan close to each other, followed by TSG Waterskin really close. Going into turn 1. Eric just having a little peek. Letting Cullinan know that he's there. And Cullinan defending. Eric again taking a little look on the inside, on the outside. Don't forget that Waterskin is right behind these two guys. Let's see if head over to Eric. That way we can see the time of TSG Waterskin, and Waterskin is getting closer. He's picking up the pace a bit. Getting really close now. Eric doing at the moment a very nice job. Sticking to Cullinan. Going on the inside here. That's not gonna work, Eric. That's not gonna work. Getting that exit speed there. Very important for that straight. Picking up that slipstream. And he comes into the inside, let's see if it works. Oh, just not enough. Very nice move from Eric. Eric looking around for possibilities to pass Cullinan. I don't think Cullinan is gonna just give up without a fight, so let's follow these guys a bit longer. Very nice racing here. And Waterskin staying a little bit back now, letting these guys fight, because he doesn't want to get caught up into this. Eric right behind him again. I think we're gonna have to watch that straight line again. Eric trying it here. Is it working? And it pays off. Very nice from Eric. And I hope he has that final corner exit speed. Full power now. coming out of there. Cullen and Falk trying to get that slipstream from Eric. Cutting a little bit of corner, Eric. He's trying to get away from Cullinan. He knows Cullinan is a good driver. Gonna switch over to Cullinan now and see what the time is with Waterskin. That's 1 second. We have another fight, I think, in the back going on between, I thought it was Dankert and DC Gaming. They're still a second behind. Still a second behind DC Gaming. See if he's making up sometime. It's going up and down. And back to Waterskin, Cullinan and Eric. Cullinan trying to get back to Eric. Half a second between them. Cullinan picking up that slipstream. Is he gonna try something in T1? Going a bit wider as Eric. Trying to get that short exit speed out of there. Going really close up to Eric now. Under a half a second. But we know now where Eric can shut the door, and that's in turn 1. Cullinan wants that inside, going into the inside, and he passes through. Nice and clean. But now we come to Eric, his strong part. That final turn, can he just pick up that slipstream of Cullinan? Cullinan a bit wide. No, he's okay, he's okay. At the meantime, THG Muller is coming closer and closer and closer to THG Waterskin. Beautiful racing that we see here today between these guys. All 100% respectful drivers. They also know that race direction. Ask that from everybody to drive around with respect and fair play. Muller coming and having a peep. Is he gonna try it here on the inside? That's a short one, and he passed TJ Waterskin. Going back to the front now. We have THG Kevin already having a lead of 8.3 seconds on Boki. THG Kevin on fire again. But we still have an hour and 43 minutes to go. In second place we have Boki 2006 ZG, and following behind in 7 seconds it's TAG TS040, who actually told me something funny today, this afternoon. He told me he had a little bit too much to drink yesterday, so he has a bit of a hangover. So let's hope he can keep it on the track and not start building sandcastles. But he's closely followed by my country friend Caballo. 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds at the moment. In 5th place, a little bit on a lonely journey at the moment, it's Morris, Garage 66. Also a very good endurance racer. A very steady and consistent driver. So it's a huge difference than a sprint race of 15 laps, an endurance race of 2 hours as these guys do. They know they have to preserve their energy a bit, take care of the car, take care of their tires and their fuel. We race every 2 weeks. Why we race every 2 weeks? I sometimes get that question. Well, it's endurance race, and if we put that on every week, the guys, most of them have family, friends, kids, have a job. So everybody, for an endurance race, you need to have time to practice, to work out a strategy that would work for you, work on your consistency, set lap after lap after lap after lap. A completely different than if you just do a 10-lap sprint race. Then you know you have to go for it. In 7th place, 9 seconds behind Cullinan, we have TSG Muller. Let's see if he's getting closer. It's going a bit up and down. Oh, all of a sudden we see Eric in 9th. We don't know what happened there. Did he make a little mistake? Because he was in a fight with Cullinan, but that position Muller has already taken over. Eric following TSG Waterskin now, and we're getting the first pit stops of the race. coming in Eric and TAG Waterskin. Fresh tires on the car. And out again. I'm gonna put all on display. That way we can just pick up some speed of these guys. There we go. I'm sorry for the messages up screen that are coming in. Let's have a look with TAG Kevin on board. He is on a lap my excuse, a lap 11, and he is also coming into pit lane. That make with a 12-second lead, he's coming into pit lane. Is he gonna fuel or not? No, he's not fueling. Back on super softs and about a half a fuel tank. So his next stop, he will have to fuel. Bogey, he's also in pit lane. No fuel, only RSS tires. So he will also need fuel next pit stop. Caballo also came out on RSS tires. Half a fuel tank. TAG TSO 40 has also done his pit stop. 1.7 seconds behind Caballo, and he's followed 7 seconds behind, 8 now by Morris. Morris also had his pit stop. Muller 3 seconds behind Cullinan. You wanna have to keep an eye on this. Waterskin in 8, followed by Eric. Then in 10th place we have Dankert, 3 seconds behind Eric, and 5 seconds behind him we have DC Gaming 92. And TSG Kevin is at the moment extending his lead, setting a best sector time at the moment. He's also holding the fastest lap of a 1:53.9. The field is at the moment a bit spread out. That's normal for a endurance race. These guys will come closer together as maybe some guys might change their pit strategy, change their tire strategy. Caballo, followed by TAG TS040. And after this round, we're heading to round 3, and round 3, that's gonna be an interesting one. Because then we're going to the Red Bull Ring, and unfortunately, the Red Bull Ring, it's not gonna be dry outside. So that's gonna be a tough one. An endurance race in the rain. And we're with Morris Garage at the moment. Cullinan. In 7 at the moment. Followed by Waterskin. McCullough has a gap of 11 seconds. Eric is 3 seconds behind. On 4 now. Behind THG Waterskin. And Denkert right behind him in 3.5 seconds. And in the back at the moment we have DC Gaming 92, who looks like he's struggling a little bit with the car. Well, the GR3 GT-R, these guys don't drive in bob. They drive as the regulations have said, with the correct BHP and the correct weight, but they're allowed to tune. So between every race they have 2 weeks to tune their car for the next round, get their tests done, get their strategy set up. I think that this car does really need every track. That's the necessary tuning. And we're back up front, and we see that again TSG Kevin has picked up the lead and put another 2 seconds into the lead, giving him now a 17.3 second lead. And HKRT Cullinan is coming into pit lane on the soft compounds. That's pretty quick. I'm going over to Cullinan because he has I cannot. Cullinan. He has now put on super softs. He started off on softs, so the super softs might help him. Let's see if he can close a bit of that gap towards TSG Muller. And TSG Waterskin following him. Let's see if Waterskin can get closer. Can he get under a second? He just has. Well, we can see that Waterskin will have to come in the next few laps for fuel. And Cullinan has just come out on fresh rubber and still has a half a fuel tank. Dankert has lost a little bit of time. DC Gaming is obviously having a tough time with the car. Going back to the front. Still leading the pack is TSG Kevin with an 18-second lead on Boki 2006 ZG. Then we have Caballo in P3 at the moment. And we are just under a half hour into the race. So these guys still have an hour and a half to go. I'm just gonna put up the timings for a moment. Sorry for that little commentary break, but I had to answer a few messages. Well, we have in the meantime lost DC Gaming due to a disconnection of the network. DC Gaming was running in P11. And we have THG Waterskin coming back in for tires and a little repairs on the front. Let's start up front again. And we see THG Kevin. And he still keeps on extending his lead. He has a lead now of 24.2 seconds. On Boki 2006 HG, and in P3 at the moment we have Caballo 8.5 seconds behind Boki 206 SG. Then we're going further down the line. We have in P4 TSG TSO 40 at a 3.1 seconds behind Caballo, and he's followed in 5th place by Morris Garage with 12.3 seconds. Then still in 6th place we have THG Muller at 6.4 seconds right now, and Cullinan following him 5.8 seconds. Then in 8 we have Enrico Playborst, 42.6 seconds behind Cullinan. And TSG Dankert following Eric, 5.5 seconds. And in P10 we have TSG Waterskin, 11 seconds behind Dankert. So as we can see on top on the mini-map, the field at the moment is really spread out. There's no real fights at the moment going on. Everybody has their pace. And we are on, the leader is right now on lap 25. And he's even improving his sector times at the moment. That was purple for sector 1. And a purple for sector 2. So there's still an hour and 11 minutes left of racing. DHG TSO 40. He is trying to close the gap to Caballo. He would definitely want that third position. Have a look at their tires and their fuel, who will have to come in first. TSG TSO 40 has a bit more fuel, and also on the tires. watching at the moment TSG Waterskin trying to catch TSG Dankert. Or come close to him step by step. TSG Kevin extending his lead with a second now on lap 28 with a 26-second lead on Boki, followed in P3 by Caballo. Just gonna follow these guys a little bit and see if those times change. Just get a mention that Enrico Playborst has left the room. My apologies, I'm just gonna check my... Okay. Well, I just got a message from Eric, who has stepped out due to technical problems on his pedals, unfortunately. That's a real shame because Eric was doing really good, especially in the beginning of the race. I'm just... Alright. I'm sorry, I was just answering Enrico Playborst his messages. Yeah, Eric has retreated from race due to technical problems to his pedals. Eric is gonna keep supporting these guys and following the stream. Thank you, Eric, for that. Looking back at the front, we see TSG Kevin almost with a 30-second lead on Boki. And Kevin is gonna have to come in a few laps for fuel. Boki also for fuel and for tires. That's one thing that we see here on this track. And if you look at everybody's tires, then we see most of them that the front tires wear down a lot. Here we see THG TSO40. His tires are a bit more wearing in the back. That can maybe have to do with the brake balance he has set for the car. Morris has just not long ago come out pit lane with fresh tires, and he's in front of TSG Muller, and TSG Muller also just came out not long ago, so these guys are strategy just the same. Muller has just a little bit more fuel. Then there's only 3 seconds between these guys. So yeah, strategy, pit strategy in endurance is very important to set that also. Because pit strategy can cost you positions, or you can earn positions if you have a good strategy. As we've seen these guys do actually a double stint on one fuel tank. They just come in to put on fresh rubber and go out again. And at the moment there's still a 3-second gap between Morris and Muller. Cullinan following Muller 10 seconds, almost 11 seconds. Then Dankert, he's on 49 seconds. But we have TSG Waterskin right behind them, under a second. So that's gonna be really interesting. TSG Muller is trying to get close, closer and closer, lap by lap, to Morris. And the time to Morris is dropping, step by step. We're on 2.5 seconds now. Let's go over to Morris. Having a look at the difference on tires and fuel. Morris still has a few laps to do before fueling. Muller also. These guys are right on each other's tail. So this is gonna get interesting when they have to come into pit lane. Muller trying to get as close as possible. I don't think his intention is to take over Morris, but just to follow him and get together into pit lane. Time has come down under 2 seconds. And Morris, he knows it, that Muller is coming. See if he can get the run out of there. And final corner before we head onto the straight. Get a good drive out of there and power out. We're under a second now. Don't think that Morris is just gonna give up that position. Cutting a bit of corner. Is Morris gonna come in this lap or Muller? Muller trying to make that pass. Ooh, going wide. Oh, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. That was a little bit of aggression by Muller. It would be nice if Muller would give that position back to Morris. He caused twice a contact The second time pushing Morris off the track. I'm sorry, as race director I have to interfere for those two actions. Thank you. Coming down both into pit lane. These guys know that they can get penalties. They know the penalties also can be implemented immediately. I am the race director and also do this commentary. These guys know that I'm watching them. If you make a mistake, you hit somebody, that can happen. You don't always do that on purpose. We know that, but the most fair way is then if you made that braking mistake or something, then you just give that position back to the guy you just hit. Even if that means that you have to wait a few seconds that he passes you. So that's nice and clean. These guys solved it a little bit with my help. So all clear and done on that. Let's have a look back at the front. We have TSG Kevin leading at the moment, 36.6 seconds. That's a big extension in his lead. Caballo 9 seconds behind Boki, and we have THG TSO40 who is coming closer and closer to Caballo. Lap by lap, we're on lap 36 at the moment, and we have 50 minutes of racing left. And we see blue flags coming up. Not sure why these guys are getting blue flags, because there is no faster car following behind. Cullinan still in 5th position and 32 seconds behind TSG TSO40, and he has Muller following in 5 seconds. Let's see if Muller is making some time up. He is going up, going down a bit. TSG Muller TSG Dankert, he's in 8th place. He's on 1 minute. And TSG Waterskin on 9. Okay. And just have to watch for a moment these guys as they have to clear the blue flags. Here on the German track, it's not very easy to clear them because the straight lines are short, but these guys perfectly know what to do. They know they just have to stay online, as you can see, and they just nicely let the other car pass. A perfect example that's set by TG Waterskin. Thank you, TG Waterskin. Very nice and clean. TG Waterskin also knows that he doesn't have to fight that car in front of him. He has no reason to do it. He can unlap himself. In the back we see THG TSO40 following also up behind THG Waterskin, so Waterskin knows that there's another car also coming. At the front at the moment. THG Kevin leading 38.5 seconds. Coming down into traffic. I'm sorry, but that's my controller just doing a little weird. Waterskin knows that he can just keep running. He doesn't have to panic or anything. The faster car behind him can move up as close as possible, and then Waterskin will move aside to let him pass. You sometimes see that a lot in races, that, you know, 5-6 car lengths before they already start moving out of the way, when it's actually totally not needed yet. You don't have to ruin your own race because you have to pass others. You have to let others pass you. I'm sorry about that. So now TSG TSO is there, and Waterskin, as you can see, will let him pass. Oh, we have a little mistake there by Dankert. I think that, yes, that was Dankert. A little late on the brakes, maybe. Missed out that corner. And TSG Kevin has just put another second down, and he's 40 seconds into the lead now. Caballo is following Moki in 12 seconds. TSG is 040. He's on 2.2 seconds. Muller behind him in 30 seconds, 34 seconds. And Morris has 8.4 seconds. Cullinan trying to take that position from Morris. Oh! Morris, who has touched TSG Cullinan there in the corner, and he gets a penalty for that. That's a penalty for pushing another car. We know that PS4 Gran Turismo Sports has done an update. We have, as race direction and my assistant Adam Warren, we have tested a full evening the new penalty system out and see where the limits are. So one of the limits is if you touch a car and that car goes off track, the car that you touch goes off track, then you get a penalty. Also, the track limits for some tracks has been set more refined, so you're not always allowed to touch the green behind the curbs. So it's for everybody again to find out. Morris making there a little mistake in cutting the corner while clearing his penalty time and coming nice and clean over the start and finish line. That's one of the regulations in the championship, that you have to clear all your penalty time before you cross the line going on to the next lap. That's the most fair than doing laps and laps and laps and constant penalty times. Gonna have a look at Morris's tire wear. Looks like Morris is a bit out of concentration. We're on lap 41 now, and we still have 40 minutes of racing to go. And Cullinan is back with Morris at the moment. Hopefully these guys don't collide again. And collide is a big word. I know these guys don't have hard feelings against each other for the previous incident. We are racing, we are not in a kindergarten. Let's see if Cullinan can get closer on that straight. Going through the final corner. Seeing if you can pick up some draft there. Just a bit too far away. In a few moments we're going back to the front and see if TSO has been able to close the gap a little bit towards Caballo. I'm staying with Muller, with Morris and Cullinan at the moment. So you see, over a race of 2 hours, lots of things change. Positions. Cullinan picking up that slipstream. Is he gonna try something in turn 1? Going wider as Morris. Cullinan setting himself ready. Does he know a spot? Has he seen a spot where he can do it? Morris defending the corner. Going a bit wide. And there was the move. Surely Morris is not just gonna give that up so easily. Picking up that draft, coming next to him. Almost a little bit of contact there. And it's pit lane for Morris. That was a very nice fight. So we see it takes a few laps, lap after lap after lap in endurance, and just step closer, closer, closer to the one before you. You're not gonna run like a madman over the track in a 2-hour race. We're going back over to Caballo and see if TS 040 has gotten closer, and he has now under 2 seconds. Before it was just a little bit more than 2 seconds. They are on the same amount of fuel and tires at the moment. So 34 minutes to go. I would definitely love to know what these guys' strategies are. They're definitely both gonna have to come in for fuel. But who's gonna do it first? Is it Caballo or is it TS 040? Well, at the moment we have a grid of 9 people, but we have 2 people who have had, one person who has had a disconnection, and unfortunately Eric, who has technical problems with his pedals. For both of them, that's really unfortunate. We're also missing 3 other guys on the grids. They are not excused, so we don't know where they're at. And Caballo is trying to pull a bit more away from TS 040. He knows it's close. They both know that it's close, so it's a podium position. We're going down to Cullinan and TSG Muller. TSG Muller in 6th at the moment. Moore was following behind. I don't know if that has to do with pit stop strategy or did somebody of them had a moment then in the plus 1 minute we have TSG Waterskin, and 11 seconds behind them is TSG Dankert. TSG Dankert has just set his fastest lap of the day, 156.2. You know, that also can be the trick to do. To stay a bit underdog, and in the last half hour, last 40 minutes, just go all the way in and push it. DAG Kevin with has still the fastest lap of a 153.2. Just set. What is actually weird, because we see in lap 45 that he has done a 152.0. And he has a 50-second lead, 49.1 on Boki. Caballo trying to keep that gap between him and TSG TSO Foro. This is gonna be an interesting it's gonna be interesting how this will unfold towards the end of the race. We can see Morris that he is pushing it. He's trying to close that gap a bit with Muller. These guys know there's still a pit stop to do, so he does have a blue flag, and that's because Kevin is following him right behind. There's still some room, so Morris is also a driver that has done all the championships that the World Tour Racing Club has organized, so we know him very well, and we know that he's a fighter, and he's a very clean driver. For those who are new to the stream or that have just hopped in for the last 30 minutes, this is the second round of the championship. After this we are going to the Red Bull Ring in 2 weeks, where unfortunately it's not gonna be dry, it's gonna be raining. So those DTRs, they're gonna have to be tuned very well to handle those sharp corners in the rain. We just saw Morris nicely letting Kevin pass. We're looking into the back, we see Waterskin, and 19 seconds behind we have Dankert. Dankert's also on a blue flag at the moment, so he will definitely let Cullinan pass him. There's no doubt about that. Cullinan not close enough at the moment to make the pass. And as you can see, Dankert's already going wider to give Cullinan the room. Thank you, Dankert. Then TG Kevin, his lead stays steady at the moment with the 50 seconds on Boki. Caballo, he's 11 seconds behind Boki. And let's go back for a moment now to Caballo and TSO for that third podium place. The last 10-15 laps, it has been a constant around 2 seconds between these two. Caballo, a Belgian driver, happy to have a Belgian driver in the lobby, so he's a country colleague to me. But it's also fun to see all the rest of the guys, because we see guys from Greece, United Kingdom, South Africa, Portugal, the United States of America. It's fun to see, you know, the world race together, having a good time. But for these guys behind the wheel, it's about competition. They do it for fun, but also the competition. And believe me, in the private drivers chat box before and after the race, it can get funny at times. And that's what makes it fun, you know, doing this. We see TSO40 coming closer to Caballo. We're under 1.5 seconds. Caballo who has to come in for tires soon and fuel. And let's see. We know these guys were right on each other's strategy tail. So yes, TAG TS040 also has to come in soon. So who's gonna dare to do it first? Is one of these guys, one of these two, gonna stay out a lap longer? They have to take on fuel and tires this time. So they're gonna be same time in the lobby, in pit lane I mean. And we've come down under a second now. I think that TAG TS040 wants to get as close as possible as they have to go into pit lane. So the loss of time in pit lane is really short. And they stay out for another lap. Now they definitely have to come in, both of them. And we see that Morris is in pit lane. But let's stay with these guys just for a few more and let's see how the pit strategy is gonna work out. And how close they're gonna come out behind each other. And it's TAG TS040 into pit lane. Caballo, he stays out a lap longer. That's interesting. Taking on fuel at the moment. And he's off. Now this is gonna be interesting when Caballo comes in. We're going over to Caballo. He's surely gonna come in now, but if he comes out, is it gonna be behind or in front of TAG TS040? Did he have the time to... There's a 15-second gap at the moment. He is pushing it, Caballo, of course. He wants to keep that 15 seconds. so struggling a bit with the tire wear. And he's in pit lane. Now this will be interesting. Let's immediately jump to TSG TSO 40. He's in the final corner. Onto the straight. And Caballo is coming out. Let's see. Then this is really close. Let's see. A very good strategy by TSG TSO 40. It was close, but it worked. Because we have only 16 minutes of racing left. We're gonna go back into the pack. Sounds funny. HKRT Cullinan in 5th position. Then we have in 6th position TSG Muller. And he has a 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm gonna have a look at Morris. Does it look like there's something going on? Muller has 17 seconds lead on Morris. Then Morris in 7. Following 8 by TSG Waterskin in a +1 minute. And 50 seconds behind him is TSG Dankert. In the meantime, Kevin has extended his lead. Going just on a minute right now on Boki. In P3 we see THG TSO 40 with Caballo immediately following in a 1.6 seconds. So the battle between these two isn't over yet. For nobody actually. Because it comes down to the last second and the last turn, of course. Caballo has a good lead on Cullinan. So yeah, he doesn't have to worry about that. And Caballo is definitely gonna try. Because we're talking about a podium position here. Over at Cullinan a bit on a lonely drive at the moment, with 34 seconds in front of him and 20 seconds behind them. I think that he's coming across TSG Waterskin. If we can see, is that TSG? I think that's TSG Waterskin. That's getting blue flags. Another fight that is coming up. TSG Muller and Morris Garage 66. Time difference of 4.7 seconds. is Morris on the straight line. These guys are getting a bit tired, of course, because this track is demanding. Kevin coming up to Waterskin. Waterskin, who has the blue flags. Of course, it's Waterskin picking up a bit of that draft, but he has to be careful not to hit that car or to fight that car. Let's go back to that third position between Caballo and TSG TSO for a 1.3 seconds at the moment, with 9 minutes, just a little over 9 minutes of racing left. I'm just gonna put the timings on. Let's have a look here. Leading the pack, TEG Kevin 77 and Boki, he's on 1 minute and 2 seconds. Then plus 10 we have TSG TSO 4 plus 1 minute point 3. We have Caballo, Colony 5 plus 35, Muller plus 20, Morris plus 06, TSG Waterskin plus 1.34, and TSG Dankert plus 56. And TSG Kevin is still leading with the fastest lap of a 1:53.2. As we can see, Kevin is the only one who... I'm gonna move a little bit over so he can follow where I'm at. I'm right here. We can see that Kevin is the only one who has done a 1:53 during race. Seven minutes of racing left, 7 minutes and a half. Looking into the back, everybody's a bit spread out over there. Dankert coming into pit lane. That's gonna be his final pit stop. Don't know why Dankert has come in, because he's not taking tires or fuel. maybe a bathroom break. That's also possible because these guys know, and it's in the rules written, that if you have to go to the bathroom, you don't leave your car on auto drive on the track. You have to come into pit lane and put your car there. I think that's the thing that Dankard's doing now. So if it is, and this is an example of how we work, that way you don't disturb others on track. Me myself, I also drive endurance like these guys. I've done 3 hours, 2 hours. I've even done 4 hours, 4 hours straight. So yeah, we're all human, so a bathroom break can sometimes occur. We hear sometimes some weird stories from guys that put a bottle next to them. Just so they can keep racing. Back in front now for the last 5.5 minutes. TSG Kevin. In P2 we have Bogey at the moment. In P3, TSG TSO40, who has pulled a little gap on Caballo of 2.6 seconds. HKRT Cullinan is in 5th position of 35 seconds and followed by Muller in 22 seconds. Behind Muller we have Morris on 14 seconds. Behind Morris, we go over to Waterskin of 1 minute and 30, and Dankard is at the moment into pit lane. Cullinan in pit lane. Fresh tires for the last 4.5 minutes. Taking on a bit of fuel, and he's off. And we see TSG TSO40 making the gap a bit bigger. No, on those last minutes, those last laps, you make the decision that are you gonna fight for it, or you're gonna be happy with the position that you have and try to keep that position. It's a choice between stay safe or go fight and take, yeah, big risks. But taking big risks in the last moments of the race, you can also risk the other driver. But I think that Caballo just wants to, is going to keep that position as he's now, and I think he's happy with that 4th place. Gives him lots of points. At the moment, the champion leader, this is only the 2nd round, but the champion leader is TSG Kevin. We have Cullinan in 5, Morris in 6, with only 2 minutes left of racing, 2.6. Dankard, who is also come back out, as I said, Maybe a toilet break. Well, and as we can see, TGT 040, who mentioned to us earlier that he has a bit of a hangover. He is on the podium, so and we have gone into the last minute of this round 2 of the GT-R European Tour Championship, round 2. TG Kevin in P1 at the moment on lap 63. A very nice race we have seen today again by all these guys. There was a little touchy between Muller and Morris, but that's already solved, no hard feelings. It is racing, and that's why there is a race director to keep an eye on everything. And we have now TG Kevin on his final lap. He has a few more corners left and an empty fuel tank. If you look at the bottom of the screen, he's gonna drain that GT-R to the last drop. Well, what a performance, what a performance. A gap from over a minute. Very clean driving, not one mistake. And here he comes down onto the straight. Here we have the winner of round 2 of the GT-R European Tour Championship, TG Kevin. Congratulations, Kevin. Congratulations, Boki in P2, and congratulations, TAG TSO 40 on P3 on the podium. Nice race, everybody, nice race. We have in 4th place Caballo, in 5th AKR Cullinan, in 6th we have TAG Muller, in 7th we have Morris, and in 8th place we have Waterskin, and in 9th it is TSG Dankert. Congratulations, guys. That was a very beautiful race, everybody. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Cullinan has left the room. Let's see if I can find Cullinan. Here we have Kevin, we have Boki, we have TG TSO. Going up a bit. And here we have the race results. Unfortunately, we had some guys drop off this round. Hope they'll be back. Yes, Boki, the same for you if you're following the stream. Good night for you also. See you in 2 weeks. TG Waterskin, see you too, man. Thank you for joining and support. Well, this was it for today, everybody. Thank you for joining into the stream. We're hoping to see a lot of you back in 2 weeks for round 3 as we head to the Red Bull Ring for a rainy round. So I hope that everybody brings his umbrellas because it's gonna get wet outside. Cheers everybody, thanks for watching and soon. Bye bye.